Hey all, just gonna drop a quick spoiler warning. This episode talks a lot about the Resident Evil game, so if you don't want to get spoiled on that, you might as well skip out on this, or at least try and scrub to the end, because we do talk almost the whole episode about it. We apologize if you are spoiled on any of these, but please do enjoy the episode. That's all. Thanks.
Hey y'all, how's it going? Welcome to the Ace Attorney Abridged podcast. I'm your host, SankayyVA. Together we're joined with Kej and Matt. And we have a special guest, actually. We have Fenris. Fenris, why don't you say a couple words to introduce yourself?
Plethora. It's nice
Wonderful. Thank you, Fenris. And that's actually Ace Attorney Abridged podcast. That's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us.
Bye!
Bye! No.
Oh my god.
Welcome, Fenris. It's great to have you.
It's great to be here, and among hilarious people that I get along with for a change.
You don't get along with a lot of other hilarious people? What? It's kind of fucked up.
Before we get going, though, I got to do it now, because if not, I'm just gonna fanboy later. Fenris's voice is by far one of my favorites. So enjoy. You're welcome, people.
Yeah, since nobody's mentioned it yet, Fenris plays Detective Gumshoe in Ace Attorney Abridged.
Let Fenris talk about himself.
Yeah, come on, man.
Shut up. Okay, fine.
Taking away from
fine.
a spotlight
Fenris,
here.
Take it away.
It's all right. I am horrible at painting myself in a good picture. So let's try. Hi, I'm Fenris. I'm a complete and utter jackass that does not get along with most of his coworkers.
But we love you here, Fenris.
Blew that. But yeah, I do play Gumshoe. It's my typical voice, just adding a little gravel. Memory serves, way back when I first auditioned, I actually tried to go for Phoenix, but...
Yeah, that's right. You were Phoenix, and then I asked if you could do Gumshoe.
Yeah,
and then he got it.
I also remember you asking me to try making my voice a little higher pitched. I completely bombed it. Not gonna lie.
He's like, sorry, you get sexy or nothing.
The worst casting
director.
detective
or nothing. That's it. I can't give you anything else. It's literally impossible for me.
But hey, it actually works out because I did go to school to be a police officer.
Yeah?
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Dang,
that's
you went to the old academy?
I brought that up with Kej.
Yeah,
I think,
during episode 3.
Yeah.
That's right.
And he never brought it up to any of us.
I never brought it up, saving it for... Because I at that moment, I knew, it's going to be part of this podcast.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, during the with Gumshoe's testimony, I had actually kind of ad-libbed most of that to make it sound like a more natural police testimony, at least the way that I was trained in college for it. Instead of,
dang.
I don't remember what the original script was, to be honest.
Oh, I don't think any of us do at this point.
It was a fever dream of a time. We were transitioning.
Yeah. But now we're in the golden age of Ace Attorney Abridged. At least I want to say that. Yeah, the golden age of silence.
Yeah, something. So, explain explain the process from police academy, like maybe before, and then how'd you get to here?
Okay. After my discharge from the Army back in 2011, I decided to go to school for police officer because growing up, I always wanted to be in the military, but I ended up breaking my hand in about 9 different places. So they kind of vetoed that and sent me home. So I figured the next best thing was become a police officer, protect and serve, do something to change somebody's life. That didn't last long. I was only in school for about 1.5 years until the security job I was working at the time really picked up. It was around 2013? During one of the, high-profile shootings at the time from a police officer to an African-American male. Can't remember his name. I want to say it. Not Chris. It's like around the time with Trayvon Martin or something. I can't remember who. But several of our security officers, since our uniforms looked a lot like police officer uniforms, were actually shot. So I had to cover their shifts for them. And working 80 to 90 hours a week on top of trying to do school just wasn't cutting it, so I had to drop out of school. As
Oh,
well.
wow.
Let's face it, we all need money. And then from there, I got my job at GameStop and been working there since.
Wow, that's a journey, man.
That's a it's the hero's journey right
Wow.
there. God damn.
Yeah, what actually got me started in voice acting is up here in Minnesota, we actually have our own branch of Activision. A couple of the guys came
wow.
in and were like, hey, do you happen to know anybody who would want to be a placeholder voice for a low-key video game that we're doing? I'm like, me? They're like, do you have any experience? No. Well, we need people with experience for this. I'm like, well, shit. Oh crap! Am I able to swear on here?
Yeah,
Fuck
of course,
yeah.
of course. Yeah,
Oh, awesome.
This is completely separated from what we do around here.
Yeah. So after Activision guys basically told me, "Yeah, you don't have any experience. Go F yourself," I was kind of motivated to actually start voice acting.
Damn.
I actually looked up Casting Call Club, and a couple of my friends I didn't even know at the time actually work for Funimation.
Oh wow.
So they've been giving me tips and tricks for like the last 2.5 years on it, and I'm more than thankful for them.
Could you give them my number? I'm thinking of making a demo that I can send to them, you know?
Oh my god. Bearing a
Oh my
grudge
god,
online.
that killed Matt.
That is
he did the
typical response
backwards
I get
head laugh.
every time I mention it.
Oh really? Like
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh,
No,
I'm sorry. Just the receptors in my brain, they linked 2 and 2 together. I just had to make the joke.
oh my god.
Oh, but for real though. Yeah, me too.
Shut up. Matt.
No. I that's awesome though. Like so, that raises a good question. Like when you have friends in the industry that they can give you, tips and tricks and help. Like that's a super huge edge. But at the end of the day, even if you had the friends, like it's up to you to be the talent and the artist to, basically make your way in. So even if you had help, like it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, a foot in the door helps, but you got to have the skill.
What comes down to it is just the entire the second part of the fucking word, acting. Right? It's not
Yes.
just your voice, it's acting as well. That's what a lot of people in this industry tend to get. They tend to mess it up. It's like, oh, it's just doing funny voices all day. It's not. It gets me a lot of
Joker impression.
Oh yeah, listen to my Joker impression, and that's it. That's all I can do. It's like, oh yeah, that's awesome, dude. Can you act though?
Yeah.
It's like, no.
But you got to start somewhere, right? And the one thing that
of
one thing
course.
I wish I heard more from beginning actors and people just now coming in, and even people that have been in for a while, is they don't trust their voice, and I think if more people started to really use their voice and get that as their solid performance and their solid build, I think that they would find that they had an easier time. And this is just my opinion, but they would have an easier time with the
definitely.
learning.
I'm in this picture and I hate it.
Because
Someone
I
who doesn't
found
like it.
I found out recently actually that I've been able to get casted for more stuff just using my normal voice or just adding a slight accent onto it, and it's actually really eye opening. Like, wow, I can just do normal fucking shit in my normal voice and people want it. I always thought my voice was fucking mediocre, just run of the day, every run of the mill, every kind of day kind of voice that you hear. But I don't know. Hold on, excuse me, I got a fart. There we go.
I've been told that my voice is round. I don't know what that means.
What are you
But
waveforms
yeah,
looking like?
I've never
I'm
heard
not
that
the-
description for a voice.
Very round.
I'm not the most confident with my voice. This is definitely a big step for me.
You got to say it
Oh,
with your
yeah.
chest, though.
When we started on this project, Kej would not talk to me at all. We'd always communicate through just text. And when I actually heard his voice for the first time, I'm like, God damn, that is one sexy motherfucker. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I at first thought Kej was just that computer from War Games where it was just type to you and started talking. And I was like, oh my god, it's real.
Ew. From the Moonbase Alpha.
Yeah,
Text to speech.
John Madden.
Oh yeah, you can do that voice. That's good.
John Madden. Yeah, it's literally just that.
That's good.
Is that like? Do you have your like voice mod or whatever?
No, that's
What is
just
that?
my voice. I can just slip through between. It's like,
Oh.
John Madden, Kej, what the fuck did you
nice.
just say to me? It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically taking air backwards in through
Breathing
your
in,
throat.
right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you talk while you breathe in.
Yeah. John Madden.
Ah.
Holy fuck, dude, I'm going to fucking bust a nut. Yeah, you know.
The last episode, Sankayy was just going off on Groundhog Day 2. And we were like,
Listen, okay, we're not
hey,
going to
so
bring up
music.
Groundhog Day 2 again, but
we
Fenris,
just did.
have you heard
Oh, yeah.
of the sequel to Groundhog Day 1?
I have not.
The spiritual successor.
Okay, spiritual successor, looking back on it, was not really the best of words for it. It is genuinely the sequel, like the descendant of Groundhog Day 1, because you play through Bill Murray's son. What is it? Phil. His name is Phil, right? I don't know his last name. You play Phil's son, experiencing the same day over and over again.
Yeah,
But it's not a movie.
what's
It's
his
not a
name?
TV show. It's a VR game.
What?
It's a
Yeah.
VR experience where
Mhm.
you play as the son of Phil Connors.
Yes.
And my head, I've never seen any clips of it, but I personally believe that the voice of Phil Connors, he goes from Bill Murray to this voice, and he goes like, "Hey son, you must experience Groundhog Day."
Yeah. It took us for a bit of a ride in the last episode, I'll tell you that.
You're saying this is a VR game?
It's a
It's a
VR
VR
game where you play as Phil Connors' son, experiencing the same day over and over with small flashbacks of Phil Connors preparing his son to go through this endless loop of a day. So it's very weird that, Phil Connors goes on to just appreciate everything else in life while also preparing his son to experience the same thing he went through.
Oh, it's so dumb.
I'm starting to feel like this character in this game. Just experiencing the same.
We're not going to bring it up every podcast, but I just want to let you know about it, especially if you're a
I
fan of Groundhog Day
trust you.
1.
Fenris, what video games do you like?
Yeah, other than Groundhog Day 2.
Groundhog
Oh my
Day 2 is a
God.
very good contender for favorite video game.
Hearing that makes me not want to get a virtual reality system. But
Oh,
anyway,
boy.
to answer Matt's question, recently I've been playing the Resident Evil series again because, my God, my favorite series in existence. Been playing that since '96.
Oh.
Other than that, it's real-time strategy or Japanese role-playing games.
Nice.
Just because it's something I can play for 10, 20 minutes, set down, and I only have to buy one game every year.
I've never played a Resident Evil game, ever.
I've never finished a Resident Evil game. I've played some of them.
I have played every game released in America, several of the Japanese ports, because I also have a Japanese PlayStation 1 that I had imported. I've played the Gun Survivor 2 Code Veronica arcade machine that was only in certain arcades for about 3 months before they took them out. Very sad about that. And yeah, beaten every game here in America.
Tell me what you think of the newest one, because I feel like a lot of fans are kind of divided on this newest one.
Oh, Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, spoilers. Spoiler warning for anybody who has not played any of it or played Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil Village, I really enjoyed the storyline. I mean, the fact that they kept painting Chris as a villain throughout most of the game, plus all the advertisements painting him as a villain. Personally, I knew that Chris wasn't going to go down that road and that there was a damn good reason why he shot Mia.
Yeah.
Have any of you played it or plan on playing it?
No.
I know what happens.
I'm just
in it.
listening. I'm just sitting and listening.
Okay. So they listened to the fans when they one of the fans were saying, hey, bring back the survival horror because 5 and 6 kind of went off the rails action. 6 is easily regarded as the poorest Resident Evil game in existence because they just tried to appease everybody. You had Leon's scenario where it was survival horror, but they oversupplied you with ammo and healing items. Chris's scenario, which is just like a fucking John Wick movie if he was in the military or the BSAA. You had Sherry and Jake's scenario, which... What the fuck was that? You got a guy who's a 19-year-old mercenary who apparently is the son of the series bad guy, doesn't know about it, immune to all types of diseases and viruses, and he just sits there and punches people to death. Like, what?
What? I don't really get the whole context, but that's still...
Yeah.
What?
And then you have Ada's scenario, which actually explains a lot more of what was happening behind the scenes of all 3 scenarios and linking them all together. But we're not talking about 6 anymore because that can stay in the trash can. Resident Evil 7, the game that the precursor to Village, highly recommended you play that one first so you get the full story, considering Village is a direct sequel to 7. Essentially in 7 you play as a guy named Ethan Winters who is hunting down his wife Mia Winters, who had disappeared 3 years prior. Ethan received an email from Mia because reasons I don't really, way too convoluted to get into.
Sankayy, you okay?
Fine. Just keep going about Resident Evil, man.
You good?
Just water down the wrong hole. Water down the wrong hole.
Ooh.
You're supposed to sit up when you do that.
I am. I'm sitting the straightest boy I've ever been.
Matt's standing, right?
Yeah, I don't have a chair in here, but standing's better for you.
Or so they say.
Or so they say. Yeah.
So they...
My calves are really loving it, though. I'll tell you that.
Coming from a guy who stands for 10.5 hours a day. Anyway, back on to Resident Evil.
Comfy shoes help, but yes, back to the story.
Yes.
So in Resident Evil 7, like I mentioned, you play Ethan Winters. He fights the Baker family in a rundown Louisiana house that the Bakers actually built themselves. Now, Jack, the father, was a Marine veteran. Marjorie, I believe that's her name. Honestly, with a lot of the villains, I just kind of cast them aside because they're all basically cookie cutter these days. The mother, fucking batshit insane. Essentially, the family got taken over by the E-series virus, which is basically just mold. Covered the brain, took them over. God damn it, dog. And Ethan had to fight them.
Give me that thing.
I'm taking your toy away.
Go chase it. But skipping ahead, in Resident Evil Village, you play again as Ethan, who goes to find his daughter Rosemary after series staple Chris Redfield breaks into his house and literally murders his wife Mia in front of him. Just kind of says, sorry, Ethan, and puts 5 rounds into her head.
Fun times at the
jeez.
Winters household.
Yes, in Europe.
He said,
Damn
Merry
good
Christmas.
way to start again.
Wait, so this is the game with what's her name, right? I forget her name already.
Lady
Is this
Dimitrescu.
the one with Lady Dimitrescu?
Yes,
Yeah.
Vampire Mommy, as a lot of people on the internet have dubbed her.
I remember the initial posts on social media. Oh God.
I'm just
Lady-
saying.
Lady
I'm just gonna
Dummy
say
Thick.
this. I'm putting this out there for all of our listeners to hear.
Yeah.
Y'all some horny motherfuckers. Like,
Yes.
Well,
God damn. I've seen
Yes.
the art. I've seen the hentai. I've seen the
Like,
what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Fenris is like, what's wrong with you? But thank you for your service.
As he just
Not
salutes
wrong
out the
there,
window
Matt,
with
but
a
still.
single tear coming out of his eye. Just, thank you for your service.
A single tear. Yeah, from his eye.
Just a little
It's
bit.
actually kind of funny. Yes, I find it personally funny that everybody thought that Lady Dimitrescu was going to be the series, or the game's biggest antagonist and the main villain, but she's just like a stepping stone.
Yeah, the promo material for itself, everything I saw made it seem like that vampire lady was going to be the entire thing. So, yeah, that's pretty reasonable.
Well, it was just the only stage I think that the developers had working at the time. So that's all they had to show to begin with. They couldn't really show the other. I think it was the other 3 kind of mini bosses type thing.
Yeah, because it's like her daughters, and then some dude. I don't know.
It's actually kind of funny you bring that up, Sankayy, because in a couple of the reveal trailers, they did have all 4 of them standing together.
Yes, that with that one scene, right, where that you're introduced to all of them.
Yeah, the one scene in I think the destroyed church in the castle, but yeah, you got to see Lady D, Moreau, Donna, Heisenberg, and Mother Miranda all standing together.
Yeah.
And when I saw that part of the trailer, I instantly knew that Lady D was not the main villain because there's 5 people total.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
You're telling me Walter White was in there cooking meth?
I mean,
I have to think.
Close, actually. So, just kind of cliff notes, footnotes, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Go through Lady D's castle, you kill her daughters once you realize they're essentially vulnerable to the cold because they're made up of a bunch of fucking bugs. Like, not even kidding, they're bug people. Just a bunch of sentient bugs that just form into people. A lot of the shit they don't bother explaining in detail. A lot of it you actually have to find files on and get a rough idea.
Go become the law keeper of the series.
It is a very taxing job.
So this is in the same universe as Tim Burton's A Nightmare Before Christmas. They're just a bunch of Oogie Boogie people.
Honestly, I'm starting to believe that.
Okay, I can dig it.
So after Lady D's castle, you go and fight Donna Benevito. Not much of a fight considering you can get through her little section in like 20 minutes. It was kind of a letdown, but easily the most frightening part. Essentially, you're trapped in her basement and you're trying to outrun by my guesstimates, a 20-foot overgrown fucking fetus.
Oh, how fun!
No.
And if it catches you, it is terrifying what it does to you.
Does it have a nice looking face, or is it just like this
Imagine
vile,
a gaping
disgust?
maw from your nose down to your sternum,
no.
and that was its mouth.
Oh.
Kej, I believe I know what it sounds like. Future Kej, rather. I want you to play a sound bite from the game from that baby, and you'll be able to hear it, and you'll find yourself terrified because I'm pretty sure it just calls out to you, doesn't it? Like it.
Yes, calls out and wails like a real baby.
Yeah, it's fun, very fun.
The entire time it's stalking and goes, "Daddy,
Oh
Daddy."
jeez.
It's like
that.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think I'm good. I think I'm not going
First
to
off,
play
if I
Resident
ever heard
Evil.
a child sound like that, Daddy.
Daddy.
Like, God dang, kid, you got some bass.
I think
Fun
I
time.
think that's something that I've seen in a dream.
But yeah, after the baby chases you, I know you just kind of play hide and seek with the doll. I don't really know too much
yeah.
about it.
Oh dear.
That's basically all you do is you play hide and seek with the doll and try to kill the doll before all the little other dolls kill you.
Yeah.
Well, this is why I'm not very fond of the horror genre. It's clearly not my thing.
Yep.
It's fair.
And
Completely fair.
after Donna, you have Moreau. Moreau is a former doctor of the village who was influenced by Mother Miranda to essentially take the Kadao or whatever the little mold thing is and ingest it himself to be experimented on or something. I don't know the details off the top of my head. He turns into a giant fucking lake monster at will.
Oh my god.
What do you have to do? You have to cross the rooftops in a flooded section of the village.
Perfect. How nice.
All this so you can grab a crank to turn a windmill back on to get power to the generators to open the floodgates so you can shoot this motherfucker.
Yeah, I hope it dies.
Let me stop you real fast. All of this is because some dude shot his wife?
Yeah.
All this is because Chris shot his wife and now he is trying to get his daughter back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So all this nonsense he goes through, all these different bosses. Does he get his daughter?
Yes, in the end he does.
Is she like messed
Well,
up?
that's great.
Is there like a post credit like everyone dies
Oh.
scene? Is it set up for a new game?
Oh,
Yeah,
there's a
we'll tell you. We'll
post-credits
tell you at the end. How about that? We'll build up
get
to that.
there. We'll get there.
I gotta know.
You will. It's only going to be about another 5 minutes roughly of explaining shit.
Skip to the end.
I'm skipping a lot of lore and a lot of detail in this game as it is.
Yeah, I'm the guy who reads the beginning page of the book and the end page of the book, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, yeah. Now let me go through.
Oh my
again.
god.
Like I get it.
But yeah, after you kill Moreau, it's you go to Heisenberg's area, right?
Heisenberg actually sets up a test for you first, where you have to go back to the castle that you were first brought to. Not Lady D's, but the other castle. Apparently, this place has 2 castles.
I love those
It is
moments in
Europe, after
games
all.
where like you're later on in the story, but you go back to like one of the first areas. Good stuff.
Backtracking.
And you essentially have to survive Heisenberg's test of fighting your way through every lichen in the area to get his part of your daughter. Yes, I forgot to mention this earlier. They cut his daughter into 4 pieces: head, arms, legs, and torso.
Just put it together like Humpty Dumpty.
I have no words for that. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I'm just listening to this and just like dumbfounded. I mean, I'm usually dumbfounded for like every time we speak, but like that's something.
It's whoever came up with this plot was either high on some shit or it was a fever dream or a nightmare
Oh,
that they
I'm-
decided to put into paper. And you know what? It actually surprisingly worked.
This is giving me big fever dream energy, definitely.
So, after you survive Heisenberg's test, you go find him. He offers you a deal to team up with him to kill Mother Miranda because he hates her because she kidnapped him and forced him to join her family against his will.
Wow.
Of course, Ethan says no because Heisenberg wants to use his daughter as a weapon. So you fight through all of Heisenberg's horrors and machinations. Best way I can describe Heisenberg's area is if you watch the movie Frankenstein's Army. They took a lot of influence from that movie for his area and did not credit the director of it. If you have not seen Frankenstein's Army, fantastic movie, check it out.
Frankenstein's Army.
It is a World War II
Sounds-
creature flick about a bunch of Soviet
Yeah.
Union Special Forces. What are they called? Spetsnaz.
Oh.
That's what it is. About a group of Spetsnaz who go to find some type of research facility, and most of them get killed, and then turned into various creatures. It's
Reading
awesome.
the IMDb for this thing. Wow.
But anyway, along
Yeah,
the way, you find Chris, who tells you the truth about what happened the night prior. Oh yes, this all takes
Night
place
prior.
within 24 hours.
Oh my god. 20.
Yes.
Ethan
Yes,
Winters is
24
a very,
hours.
Awesome.
He's a very efficient man.
I don't know why they decided to go with 1 day when 3 seems to be more appropriate, given all the shit he goes through. But apparently,
it's more realistic for the speedrunners.
yeah, that's true. According to Chris, he did not kill Mia. He killed Mother Miranda, who has the power to shapeshift into various people. And she had kidnapped Mia and taken her place for an indeterminate amount of time beforehand. And Chris has spent the last 3 years hunting her down, trying to kill her. Did not work, even with 5 bullets in the head. So, Ethan fights Heisenberg, beats Heisenberg, and then Mother Miranda comes out and literally pulls out his heart from his chest.
Ethan Winters is now dead, by the way.
Yes.
Cool.
And then you play as Chris for a short period of time. Unfortunately, when I say short period of time, I mean like 10 minutes. It's very sad and
Very short.
underwhelming. Even though he has a badass assault rifle that can basically 2-tap a Lycan's head into oblivion.
But it's just like 10 minutes of playtime.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not as satisfying as I think they were hoping.
It's not as satisfying as it could be, should
Yes.
be.
But at the end of Chris's segment, you come across Mia Winters, who is alive and well, just being held captive by Mother Miranda. Hi, Cody. Welcome back. No squeaky toy for you.
The 5th member of the podcast. We have the dogs next door from where I live, and then Cody.
Got a lot of dogs on this podcast, huh?
Yeah, Callie's being kind of quiet today, which is good.
Yeah, same with Ryu.
I mean, I'm surprised
But-
you guys didn't put headshots of the dogs in the background of the video.
Matt.
Teacher
I'm
Kej,
chilly.
start uploading a clip of everyone's dogs.
Right there,
my
right
God.
there, right there, right there, right there.
Yeah.
And then all of your dogs just all over the screen.
Yeah. Woo! Dogs. At least it's not like the barking, like, because like these dogs, they just go and the barking is like, because there's like what 3, 4, 5 of them, and they just go.
They're very
And, like,
excitable,
all-
is what he's saying.
Hold on, could you do that again?
As-
I didn't hear that. Okay. Thank you. I was just
And then the like, almost like any car that passes or any person that just walks past, they just go full aggro mode. Just go sicko mode. Yeah, they full sicko mode on people. They don't bite though. I think only one dog bites, but
And those have to be some well-trained dogs if they don't bite.
they're probably too scared to bite, so they just bark to compensate.
Fair enough.
Anyway, Resident Evil.
Okay. So after Chris's part, you take back control of Ethan, who is, I want to say, like purgatory, like that in-between area of life and death. And there he comes across Evelyn, the Resident Evil 7's main antagonist, who tells him he is dead. He has been dead since Resident Evil 7 when Jack Baker killed him.
What a
Yes.
twist!
That was one hell of a twist, to be honest, yes. His entire body is the E-Series mold, just held together. So, yes, finding out that you were playing a bioweapon in the entirety of Resident Evil 7 and most of Village kind of personally blew my mind, because it's the first time that you actually play as a bioweapon for a story. Considering it, all the other games, you're literally fighting bioweapons.
Hey, they're figuring it out.
That is the entire point of the BSAA, the Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance.
This reminds me of the twist from Terminator Genesis or Terminator X, whatever the one with Christian Bale was.
Wait, Christian Bale was in Terminator?
I don't
Yeah,
know
he
any
played
of
John
Terminator.
Connor in like one of the futures, and like the main character you're following for most of the story, you find out that he's spoiler warning. Half of a
Terminator Salvation.
Salvation. That's the one. Yeah. Turns
Yeah,
out
that's the one I haven't seen.
Well, sorry.
I don't care. Yeah,
It was decent.
it's 2009.
It was probably
I'm
the
sure
coolest
spoilers don't really
iteration of
matter.
John Connor I've seen. So it was cool.
To be honest, yes. I mean, the Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles TV show they had on Fox back in roughly that same time period was all right. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
I mean, Sarah
high
Connor's
school age
badass.
John Connor, man.
Have you guys seen the newest movie, Dark Fate?
No, I stopped watching
Dark
T3
Phoenix?
or Salvation.
It's a great
What,
movie.
John Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix?
What?
Yeah, dude. I love X-Men.
I said Dark Fate.
Yeah, man. Dark
Isn't that the
Phoenix.
one
It's a
where,
great movie.
I haven't seen Dark Phoenix or
Oh,
the New Mutants.
don't
for
watch
that matter.
it.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
was
reason
like,
why Fox didn't want to deal with X-Men anymore.
Yeah.
Wasn't the newest Terminator the one where Arnold Schwarzenegger's character became like an ex-Terminator? And he made the dad joke, I'm now an ex-Terminator?
I think so. Like he goes by Carl, I think is his name.
What the
He
fuck
calls
is
himself
going-
Carl, and
What-
he
what is
just
the
like he lives
Terminator
like a normal
series?
life.
What?
My wife is a Instapot.
No, like he has like a family and everything.
I am able to procreate.
Through
Doesn't make
Procreate.
sense to me because he melted himself at the end of 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but did
don't
he
worry about it
really?
though. Anyway, Resident Evil. We're almost
Give
done.
me the ending I need. I'm sitting here with bated breath, like, come on, when does he get the girl?
Oh,
Okay, so
What?
After Ethan finds out that he is basically just a giant walking sentient piece of mold, his only thought is to save his daughter Rosemary. And that's what brings him back to life. He goes up.
Ethan
goes to
Winters
fight Mother
is no
Miranda.
longer dead. It's great.
The power of love and friendship and family. The power of family.
Maybe the mold was the friends we made along the way.
No, it's the power. You guys seen those Vin Diesel family memes popping
Okay.
up?
I've had enough of
The
them.
one-
I had enough of them
I see
after
them
like the
so much.
first day that they came out. I still go in like Discord servers and people are just like, "Hey, you seen this new family meme? It's fucking hilarious." I'm like, "Yeah, I've seen every single fucking version of them. It's fucking great, dude."
My buddy Jason.
I'm
sends
laughing
them
my
to me
ass off.
on the daily, like over and over and over. And it's amazing to me because sometimes he'll send me like the same one twice, like, haha, this is so funny, I loved it. But
Same one.
but no, with this Vin Diesel meme, it's brand new every time, and honestly, kind of impressive. But at the same, I'm like, please, if I see Vin Diesel's face one more time.
I just think it's a bit suspicious that Fast 9's coming out and there's just been a fucking influx of these memes just being spammed everywhere.
It's just the hype
Yeah,
for
man,
it,
that's
I
how it
guess.
goes.
It's kind of like
That's
when
meme
the clowns
culture.
started. It's kind of like when the clowns started showing up and scaring people before it was re-released.
I'm just saying,
all-
it's a bit
I mean-
suspicious that it's a bit sus. Among Us.
Oh my god, he said it. Yeah, he said it.
Do you know what you've done?
It's very eye-opening to see that. I don't know. I feel like people are trying to weaponize like memes or just like monetize them. It's very
Weaponize?
they're weaponizing.
Are you talking about
them.
NFTs? Are we
are
gonna
we
talk
gonna
about
take
Yeah,
these to our
NFTs.
Enemies?
Oh god.
MMDs,
But no, I don't
memes
know.
of mass destruction.
Weapons of meme destruction.
Isn't MMD like a animation
Yes.
thing? Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
But finishing off Resident Evil 8.
So yeah, through the power of family, go
Through the
I
power of
hate you, I
family,
hate
because
you.
family is stronger
Fucking
than
hate you.
anything, apparently.
Except an Apache helicopter.
Are you kidding? Apache helicopters have a 30mm Gauss cannon and rockets.
That's what I said.
Like, nothing can beat that.
Except
Not
an
even
Apache.
a child's wish.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
It's not even the power of Christmas, the magic of Christmas.
But-
So yeah, so through the power of family, so he comes back to life.
He comes back to life, goes and
No.
fights Mother Miranda, who reassembled Rose For the ceremony to turn.
wait. Hold on. His name's Ethan Winters,
Yes.
and he comes back to life.
Yes.
He's Frosty the Snowman.
That's the true twist of Resident Evil 8.
Yes.
And that's the magic of Christmas.
God damn it.
Okay, go ahead.
This game's just gotten infinitely more enjoyable now.
You're welcome.
But yeah, Ethan crashes the ceremony that Mother Miranda's holding to reassemble Rose, because Rose is apparently the ultimate form of the E-series mold, because she is part human and part mold.
Yo,
No idea.
I'm
No
gonna
idea
ask what a
how-
mold is.
I want to
How
know what a
Ethan-
mold penis looks like.
No.
How Ethan, a mold man, impregnated his wife Mia, who is 100% human.
They're sporing, guys. Come on.
What the hell?
It's more like
Yeah.
Oh, this is so
all this
dumb.
and more if you subscribe.
Yeah. What are we at? What are we at? Like 50 minutes?
Nah,
Probably like
40
48,
minutes.
49.
Anyway,
Can't believe it's taken almost an hour to explain this with all the side tangents.
well,
Sorry, Ace Attorney Abridged podcast listeners. We gotta cut this episode short. We have to
You
we had to
didn't
explain
like
the
hard
entirety
enough.
of Resident Evil 8.
did you hit?
You didn't smash that like button hard enough. We gotta give it a part two.
Sorry.
She's like part human, part mold.
Yes, and Mother Miranda reassembled her because apparently that's something she can do. And was
Wait,
trying
like
to transform-
reassembled, like
Yep.
wait, like took her limbs apart and put them back. What? What do you mean
Essentially,
reassembled?
she just put the limbs and the body pieces together, and the mold just kind of engulfed it and reassembled the
Bionicle.
baby. And basically, yes. And Rose is alive, not
All right.
hurt. Some exposition bullshit. I don't know.
The power of plot armor.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Mother Miranda wants to turn Rose into her daughter that died like over 100 years ago.
Of course she does.
Because,
Yeah.
in family.
She is a mother after all.
Yeah, the power of family.
Apparently, family's the entire message of the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
But Ethan beats her, kills her.
Well,
She's
mhm.
sad. He's alive. He's dying now because the fight took so much out of him. Chris comes in, grabs him, grabs Rose, and as they're leaving, Ethan basically sacrifices himself by blowing himself and the rest of the mold up, so that way Chris, Rose, and Mia could all escape. Roll
Nice.
credits.
Roll credits. Do we have? I think there's a post-credit scene.
There
End
is a
credit scene.
post-credit scene where you see Rose. Who knows how many years in the future she looks like a fucking high schooler or young adult at this point, visiting Ethan's grave. And that's
Mhm.
basically the gist of it.
Cool. Well, that was a great story.
So what'd you
and,
think of it?
Yeah.
Like I mentioned when I first started talking about this, I personally enjoyed it. The plot twist and the much needed explanation to why Ethan could literally get an arm chopped off, pour a little bit of healing juice on, and stick his arm back on, and it'd be working perfectly fine. Holy shit, that was needed.
Hmm.
And I am a little buzzed right now, so I'm probably going to be repeating myself a bit.
No, that's
Ooh,
fine.
all
I repeat
good.
myself
Hell
all
yeah.
the time.
Party!
I think I repeated myself.
We
I
getting
repeated
crunk.
myself. Ba, 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 ba.
Now, let me
Uh,
ask you guys, are you looking forward to the Ace Attorney Chronicles?
Yes.
I don't know what to think about it. I've literally never heard about it until like 2 years ago. And even then I was like, well, it's basically like a precursor to everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's kind of its own thing. There's 2 games, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like Japan only this whole time.
Yeah.
So now they're coming to Steam.
I don't know how I feel about it. I'll be completely honest. Like, I don't know if I'm not pre-ordering it because pre-ordering's a scam for the games industry. Fuck you, games industry, for ever inventing pre-ordering. Fuck you. I'm just gonna see how everyone reacts to it, and if people like it, I'll check it out.
Well, my thoughts on it, because it's a 3D game, and so like the mainline Ace Attorney games, you have the trilogy, which is already out on Steam, and then you have what do you have? You have Apollo Justice, which is 2D, and then you have Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice, which are 3D. And so Great Ace Attorney Chronicles are coming out, and those games are in 3D. So, that'll be interesting to see in the Steam port. I'm just interested in seeing how it looks. That's about it.
I just hope
think
that they
gameplay. I've seen gameplay footage. So yeah, it looks nice.
I'm mainly
I don't really
asking
have
because
much
they
to say
started
about it.
showing the trailer for it at work.
Oh, nice.
Matt, what do you think about the Great Ace Attorney?
As stated previously, I am probably the least knowledgeable about Ace Attorney. I am not a true fan. So I mean, I'll watch when people play eventually, but I have no thoughts that would benefit. But just to say I support you all in your feelings, I think it's a cool idea.
I have no opinion, so I'm just gonna say, good for you guys.
More Ace
Yeah.
Attorney. It's a fun series. It's goofy. It's wacky. I can get behind it. It's something entertaining. So yeah, positive.
It's not Ace Attorney 7, but it's Ace Attorney content. So
I
that's
didn't know
great.
there were 7.
No, there's
only 6.
There's only 6 mainline games, and you
And,
have
like,
the Edgeworth
3
spin-offs, the
spin-offs.
investigations.
I didn't
and then
know there were 6.
this one's-
I thought
Yeah,
there were like 4 or 2 maybe.
No, the 3 games in the trilogy, and then you have Apollo Justice, that's number 4. Number 5 is Dual Destinies, and Spirit of Justice is 6.
Well then,
Yeah.
again.
So
I'm so out of the loop on things, guys. Like, I'm just sitting here nodding. and
He's
smiling.
old. Make fun of him.
Just smile
Yeah.
away, boys.
I'll listen more if you subscribe.
Nothing to see here.
So, yeah, the anime currently covers the trilogy, the original trilogy.
God.
With a couple of additional cases sprinkled in for some good measure.
Well, that's fun. So, if you could, and this is for everybody, if you could play the voice, if you could take the role of one voice of one character in any game series, who would it be?
Any game?
Game series.
You're hitting me with these hard-hitting questions too fast, Matt. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
This
Guys,
is like any game.
This is
It's
exactly.
a great way to cap the episode.
This is a great way to cap you up. We can cut the air, and you can just come up with some bullshit, right?
Well,
Alright, no, we can put on the final Jeopardy music
Yeah.
as we think.
it doesn't have to be the end of the episode, guys.
It truly doesn't. We can cut.
I would
some
say the
pieces
main
in and out.
protagonist of Persona 4.
Okay.
Hmm.
Why?
Yeah, why? Explain yourself.
Why? Because one, he is the most relatable character, even though he tries not to be. God damn it, dog. No squeaky toy, damn it. And the fact that you actually play him and make the decisions on what he says, I already feel like I'm doing half the work as it is. That I'm taking on the character and, just in itself, talking to the TV. Like
Yeah.
telling.
So you're a
telling
Persona
all the
fan, are
supporting
ya?
cast,
Yeah. At least he's not a Danganronpa fan.
Oh,
I
hot
tried the
take.
game,
Hot
tried
Hot
take.
take.
Wow,
I watched
Kej,
the
where's this
anime.
coming from?
I'm
No, I'm pandering to Sankayy because he told me that he doesn't like Danganronpa. Danganronpa fans.
You heard wrong, sir. I like the second game and only the second game, and
Kej over here.
I don't
spilling
like
the
dealing
tea.
with the fandom.
Oh, the fandom
Personally,
is so fucking toxic.
You can take
Yeah,
that
I'm
to
not
the
a huge
bank.
fan of the fandom. That's what I wanted to say. Like the fandom is just. I mean, a lot of fandoms are like.
Almost
you know,
every
toxic,
fandom
but-
is just
I mean, yeah,
bad.
like there's at least
Can
a
I-
side of the fandom that's always like that.
Can I toss this out here? I want to say one of the most wholesome fandoms that I've seen recently is this guy Mando Gaming.
Oh my god.
Are we talking about Mando Gaming now? Man.
Yes.
Do Gaming. No,
Mando Gaming.
dude. So a couple like months ago, like almost a year now ago, so let me contextualize this for you guys. I
Yes.
frequently, talk to some buddies online over the internet through a game called VR Chat. Now, I don't like
Yes.
VR Chat anymore. I will say that like flat out. VR Chat is terrible. If you're using it for anything else other than socializing or just doing things with friends, don't use VR Chat. This is a warning. I found
Hey, it's me, the VR chat player.
Oh,
yeah.
God. All they do is sit in front of mirrors and lie down with each other or do
Oh, what the
questionable
hell?
things. It's weird. So
Ew.
I found this guy named Mando Gaming, and he and I we shared a couple laughs over a
Wait,
couple beers or whatnot.
are you
Sorry.
telling me you found Mando Gaming through VR chat?
I did. So that's the only good thing that's ever come out of a VR chat in the history of ever. Sorry
Yes.
to anyone who I know on VR chat, but this is the best thing ever. I found this guy
yeah.
named Mando Gaming, and he told me that he wanted to start up a YouTube channel. So, I told him, like we had a very long discussion over like the state of YouTube and everything like that, like all of these trending topics and whatnot. And he actually wanted to kind of make a YouTube channel and like just so he could like understand what his kids are talking about a lot of the time because he has 2 children.
Right. Wait, I thought
So earlier
whatever.
was it earlier this year or was it like late last year? I can't remember. He started uploading
late last year.
videos on
last
Fortnite and
year.
Among Us because those were
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
2
yeah.
trending topics that we talked about. He started off with Among Us. You can look him up on YouTube, Mando Gaming YT. It
I'll
used
put the
to be
link
Mando
in.
Ga-
I'll put the
Yeah.
link in the description.
Links in the description.
Currently has what 41 subscribers at the
41
time of recording?
subscribers as of today, July 14th at 6:37 p.m. CST.
Jesus.
41
Thanks.
subscribers. He is probably the most wholesome creator I have ever come across, and that includes Kej.
Yeah, like.
He actually had
Like,
a stream a couple days back ago, and
Oh yeah.
you can
I was
actually
there.
hear like just the love and appreciation he has for every single one of his Mando gamers, as he calls them. And it is, guys, it is genuinely one of the best creators I have ever met. Besides
Like,
Kej, of course.
Yeah. Oh my god. He's like the. He's such an underrated like underappreciated type of creator.
Mhm.
And the content that he posts may be mistaken, like, oh, it's just like some stupid like cringy like gameplay that like a 5-year-old do. But like Mando Gaming, though, like his personality that he adds to this,
He's got like
it's invaluable.
he's got like mad dad energy, That's what I've been told.
Yeah, it's like that personality that he brings to the table. That's what I love about it.
Fenris, you've actually heard us talk about Mando Gaming before. What are your thoughts on Mando Gaming?
I've actually had the pleasure of talking to him once, and guy
Really?
is amazing.
Yes.
Genuinely,
Oh.
like, dude.
Like-
Oh man.
Not like voice chat, but text chat in his server. And dude, it's
Ah, yeah.
His
if I could choose a guy that I wanted to be my dad, it would be him.
oh
100%.
man, that's actually a very big. Matt, have you talked to Mando Gaming or have you just like texted through to him?
I've like, whenever he interacts, like I'm like, oh, Mando's here, because he's a cool dude.
Oh man,
I
yeah.
I enjoy his vibes.
His vibes
Yeah,
are
I
very
had the
good.
pleasure of being on that Mando streaming.
Yeah, Kej actually talked
stream.
like directly to Mando Gaming. He played with them and everything. Like Mando Gaming was very grateful to have like everyone there. I couldn't be there because I had to build a table with my dad for the garage and something. It was stupid. I actually wish I could have been there with him, man.
Yeah, and like he's so warm and welcoming. So yeah, I'll make sure to link all the Mando Gaming stuff. You guys should check out Mando Gaming. It's really good.
Shoutouts to Mando Gaming.
Shoutouts to Mando
freaking
Gaming.
love you, dude. You are the best creator on YouTube right now.
Hands down.
Hands up
to you, Mando Gaming. Hands up.
You going to
Helmets
jail?
on? What the hell? So is there anything else?
Yeah, I need to
we
know
can
your
talk
guys'
about?
characters.
My character. Oh god. I'm looking around my room for any sort of like semblance of ideas, but I cannot fucking think of them. I don't know. Like I don't know what I'd be good at voice acting in a video game, you know?
It doesn't have to.
I'll be
even
Red.
It's just one.
I'll be Red from the Pokemon games.
Yeah, right. There you go. It doesn't
There
have to
you
be
go.
someone that talked. Like I imagine
Yeah.
Sankayy. I thought yours would be immediately Kirby.
Why would I voice Kirby? I feel like if Kirby had a voice, it'd be a lot. I don't know. I don't see
Like
myself in that
high-pitched?
way. I don't know. I self-deprecate too
bouncy?
much.
Aw.
Mm,
I hope you
same.
self-appreciate.
It's kind of a thing.
I don't know. Maybe like I'm looking at like my For Honor cap that's just on my TV desk right now. It's I guess someone from For Honor, like Aramusha or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know.
I don't know. I'll just again nod and
It's
agree.
fine. Mhm.
We'll get Cloverworks to get Man and Gallery in for season 3 of Ace Attorney.
There you go.
Oh my god, that would be the dream. That would be genuinely like if I could get that kind of screaming voice into any official like works, that would be my that's
you
my
know-
question for you guys. What would be your dream performance in anything? Like
Well,
if you could
you-
take any of the voices that you have right now and put them into any official works, what would you do?
Gundam.
Gundam. Just any Gundam?
Any Gundam.
All right. Respected.
Matt, how about you? How about you?
So I'm kind of divided on Dragon Ball Super, but Dragon Ball in general, like I like a game,
Oh yeah.
a crossover. I don't know, but it's near and dear to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to be
Likewise.
a new character in Dragon Ball.
The third
Yeah, the third iteration,
The-
like in the next.
third iteration of Broly.
Yeah, oh my god, dude! If I could play Broly, oh my god.
Ah, bro. Wait. Which one? Z Broly or Super Broly?
No, the third iteration.
A
GT
Bio Broly.
Bio
Yeah, of course.
God, no, we don't talk
GT
about
Broly. Bio Broly.
We do
Bio
not-
Broly,
don't
where you
talk
don't
about
say
GT.
anything.
He's just like it would be Dan Schneider's voice.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't really know. Like, I'm not a voice actor, so I don't really know anything that I'd like to voice in.
Just
I'd
just
love
anybody.
to be love to be an Among Us crewmate.
What would you say if you were an Among Us crewmate?
I don't know.
and with that,
Is that where
so-
we end the
subscribe.
fucking podcast?
So Fenris,
Art style.
so Fenris, where can people find you?
You can find me on, honestly, I don't have any form of social media. I do not believe in it.
You can find him in this Discord.
You can find
Yeah.
me in the Ace Attorney Abridged Discord.
It's a perfect plug for a Discord server. Link is in all the links that I will talk about are in the description. So we have a Discord server. Make sure Matt say the thing.
make sure you
Matt,
like,
say the
subscribe,
line,
and
Matt.
follow us on all these platforms.
Yeah. We
Fucking
recently
contrived
have
Smash
recently
that like
started.
button.
My God. Smash it.
what they did.
Oh, I
Oh my God.
peaked.
Oh, I peaked.
Oh, I
Too bad.
peed.
I peaked like 5 times already. We've recently launched this podcast on Newgrounds, so Be sure to
Yeah,
check that out.
Check out the
Newgrounds is
podcast on
amazing.
newgrounds.com.
Yeah.
And
Links
then,
also in the description.
Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching or listening to the Ace Attorney Abridged podcast. I've been Sankayy.
I'm Matt.
God, what the fuck was that? The fucking deafening silence from everyone.
Well, and nobody wanted to go next. I'm Matt.
Yeah, I'm Kejayco.
And I'm Fenris.
All
We'll
right,
see
thank
you
you for
next time.
listening. Yes,
Thank you.
see you next time on the next episode of the Ace Attorney Abridged podcast.
Bye.
All right, I wanna fucking
Bye-bye.
Stop this goddamn fucking.
You idiot.
Oh, awful. Awful. Just genuinely terrible. Oh, did I stop it? I stopped it.